Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. This is brought to you by the amazing folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also brought to you by Serdike Yamaha, Slumberland Furniture, Slumberland at the Lake, and MoDOT. Eyes up, phones down. Be safe out there on the roads. And we're focusing on Macks Creek this week. We've got the head coaches of the Pirates and the Lady Pirates here, Mike Phillips and Cody Weaver. Gentlemen, thank you for making the trip. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You betcha.
Thanks
we
for having us.
got to spend some time together a couple weeks ago because we did your doubleheader at Climax Springs, a really fun rivalry game every year, and the girls came out on top. The guys came out on the short end of that one, but it was a lot of fun. So the boys 3-13 as we go into this week. The girls 15-3, one of those dream seasons, you know, which is always nice. They don't come around very often, so it's really good when they do. Great year so far. So how has it been being able to coach a group of senior veterans like that?
Well, it's made my job easy, I can say that. You know, when you have 4 senior players that are experienced and you know, they've won 2 district titles in a row, so they've been in big games before, it makes my job a lot easier not having to coach, you know, young mistakes. You know, they're very special, and I think they inspire me every day to work, you know, harder and harder and harder to help them achieve what we're trying to get to.
Yeah, absolutely. And that canvas still blank as far as how far you can go. We'll talk more about that. You're in an incredibly difficult district this year. And as we mentioned, we did your game at Climax Springs a couple of weeks ago. And you guys came out on the short end, Coach, but wow, flashes. I mean, you got a whole lot of young guys, freshmen and sophomore, and they really showed flashes that they can be really good in the years to come.
We've done a lot of good things this year. The boys have played really hard, got a lot better. I think the biggest thing is they really enjoy playing with each other. We've started sharing the ball a lot better as the year's gone on. Our last game we had 4 guys scoring double figures. You know, I've got 5 starters who are all leading in different categories, so they've all kind of found a role that they like, and they all chip in some way, one way or the other. And man, it's fun to watch them play. We're getting better with details and hopefully getting better with turnovers so that we can be really competitive here.
That's one of the things when you got young guys, especially freshmen and sophomore young. I mean, juniors are young, really. But when you're working with freshmen and sophomores, it's so hard to teach them about, you know, not turning the ball over and not throwing it in this situation or panicking when you get trapped or something like that. So that just comes with age. And your group of seniors, we mentioned they're kind of special. They're doing amazing things. You gave me some stats which have grown since you gave them to me a couple weeks ago, but your 4 seniors are just hitting plateaus that, you know, most players never see. Your leading point guard, Brooklyn Dugan, she's got 1,000 career points and 500 career assists. That's quite, I mean, assisting and scoring both is amazing.
Yeah, it is. And she would rather have the assists than she would the points, and, you know, if you asked her that. But, you know, this year, before the season started, we kind of had the conversation of, for us to get where we need to go, she has to be, you know, padding the stats on both ends on the scoring side as well. So, and I think she's done a really good job of that this season.
Yeah, did a real good job the other night. Another senior, Addie Ratliff, the other night she was 61 points away from 1,500 for her career. She might already be there now. I don't know.
She's still, I think she's around 20 some away. She had a really good game against Wablo the other night on senior night. She had 20 something in that game, but she's getting really close as well. She's another one that she's really grown her ways, her different ways of scoring on the floor, and that's helped her a lot this year.
Right, yeah, and I kind of joked with her after the game how much practice does it take, because she is like deadly from 3.
She is.
I mean, it's amazing. And then you got a lady like Emma Seaholm, who is, she might have 500 career rebounds now. I'm guessing she does. And she likes to be quiet behind the scenes, kind of like Brooklyn Dugan does in a way. And you've got to have those players that don't want to just be, you know, spotlight on them all the time.
Yeah,
right?
and that's Emma to a T. She doesn't want the spotlight. She doesn't want the recognition. You know, when I was going to give her 500 rebound ball, she didn't want us to say it in front of the crowd. Like, she just wants to be really under the radar. But she does all the little detail special things for us. She rebounds hard. She usually gets 5 or 6 steals a game that nobody talks about. She usually defends one of the best post players. She just does all the dirty work that we need, and that's the kind of role player that helps you get to the
absolutely. And then you've got the big superstar. We've got all of those stats, and then you've got India Willis, over 2,000 career points, probably 500 career steals now, and she's just kind of like an indomitable force. You just can't stop her, really.
Yeah, she's an amazing ball player. She ended up getting her 500th steal against Wablo as well. She's a player you can put anywhere on the floor and she's going to be successful. She can run a guard spot, she can go post up, and man, she's just so strong. For girls basketball, it's really hard to stop somebody, with her strength.
Yeah, it is amazing. And with your guys, what is it that you're most proud of your guys so far this season? A really young team. What has stuck out to you?
My only senior is Nick Hicks, and he's done a really good job of creating leadership. Mm-hmm. He last year he played a little bit. He didn't shoot a very good percentage and all that kind of stuff. He's leading us in 3-point percentage this year. He's really worked on his game. We put him on the their best player kind of thing when we play our man defense, and he's really stepped up to the challenge of, hey, I need somebody to lead this team, and he's done a great job. The freshmen and sophomores all love him. They all they talk to him every day, asking questions in class, and then when we get to practice or a game, it's usually him that's leading us into something. So I'm really proud of him. The freshmen and sophomores, like I said, they do everything that I ask of them, and they'll just keep getting better. But it's nice to have that one guy who can go out and say, hey, guys, this is a game I want to win. Let's go work at it. Let's go work hard. And every day in practice, he brings it to them.
Pretty special. Yeah. All right, we're getting to know what's going on with the Macks Creek basketball programs with their head coaches. We'll be back with more here on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Being close to the water makes you more you. It's where the great unknown brings clarity. And letting go is how you really get going. Because only when you're on a Yamaha Wave Runner do you truly discover what you're made of.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Hi, honey. It's your mom. I know you're probably working, but I just saw on the news that 3 people die in car crashes every day in Missouri. I just think about you driving around, and it makes me so worried. So buckle your seatbelt, don't look at your phone, and don't speed. And I know you know this, but please always drive sober. You're a good kid. Just be safe, okay? Mom loves you. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. This week starts our President's Day sale. Not only are you going to get great discounts for every room of the house, but on top of that, you're going to get 0% interest financing for 36 months. Don't forget, we deliver the entire lake area, so come check it all out. Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're focusing on the Macks Creek Pirates and Lady Pirates. Mike Phillips, Cody Weaver, head coaches here with us. Okay, got to talk about the Chiefs a little bit, right? Chiefs make it to another Super Bowl, looking to become the first NFL team to win 3 straight Super Bowls. So when you watch a game, you guys are both Chief fans. When you watch a game, do you watch to see how the coaches are coaching, so you can like pick some things up on motivation or strategy or anything like that, or do you just watch as a fan?
I think for the football part of it, I like to watch the huddle. I like to see the guys before they get in there and before the quarterback calls it or before the head guy on defense calls out what they're going to do. What's everybody else doing? They have their head down. Are they up? Are they excited? The ones that are headbutting each other and getting after it and stuff like that. I really like seeing that. I like seeing professional adult athletes going out there and working hard for each other. That's pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you?
Yeah, I love watching just as a fan. But if you really notice when we talk about the coaching part of it, Andy Reid never looks rattled. He could be down, he could be up, and he has the same composure and demeanor at all times, and that's just to do his best and go out there and win.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the biggest thing I take away is his attention to detail and not letting emotion overcome, some of those coaching.
And speaking of emotion, I was kind of shocked with Chris Jones. I mean, he was openly crying over there on the sideline. That was amazing. Okay, so we talked about, in Missouri high school basketball, you get into the playoffs, and you got to go through a district, right? And then if you win the district, you got a quarterfinal, and then you might go to the Final Four. Your district this year is so hard. I mean, you're 15-3 right now, and you got some teams that are right there too, right on that level. So just to give you an idea, Calvary Lutheran is 12-1 there in your district. St. Elizabeth 11-4, Stoutland 10-3. So those teams are all going to be tough. As you keeping an eye on that, and your team has won 2 straight district championships. It's going to be a tough one this year.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We seen Stoutland early in the year, and they gave us a 10-point ball game, so you can't count them out. We've seen St. Elizabeth in the Eugene Tournament Championship, and they're a really good ball team. They've got one girl that I think she had 30-some points on us.
Wow.
And I was watching the Osage tournament, and she had a 40-point game as well. So, I mean, she's a good ball player. And then Calvary, I've been keeping tabs on Calvary, watching some film on them, and they're not going to be any slouch either. So we really have 4 teams in the district that's going to battle it out.
Going to be tough, yeah. And like we say, your ladies have won 2 straight districts, come up just like a hair short of making it to the Final Four. As underclassmen, it would be just wonderful to see them make it. Your district is really tough too, as we look at some of the, Wheatland is 12-2, Halfway is 13-3, Hermitage is 11-6. So you're going to have to catch fire. The young guys are going to have to catch fire and to get through that gauntlet there.
I agree. I think the last couple of games we've played, we've been shooting better percentages. We've been actually running some plays. Our defense has kind of expanded to not just running man. We can run some different things at them. So hopefully when it comes time for districts, we can keep doing those things, but just cut down on our turnovers a little bit to make us competitive with some of those better teams.
That is the key for your team is those turnovers.
I think so. Yeah. And it's not like we're, trying to throw them away. It's not like these guys are doing anything that they just scared. It's just we're playing a little bit too fast maybe it's a big jump from 8th grade basketball to high school basketball. I mean, the game speed is just so much different that it's just going to take a little while to catch up, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, so a little fun before we go here. If you could have dinner with any sports person living in the world today, right? Sit down, pick their brain for an hour or two. Who would it be for you?
I grew up Magic Johnson fan. I just always thought he was the greatest of all time. I mean, just the way he passed the ball, the way he ran the floor. I loved watching him run way back when. I think I would like to sit down with him and just talk about how everything got to be to that point, how he got to that point. I've read the stories where he dribbled a basketball to school every day, and he carried it around with him between classes and all that kind of stuff. So when I was in high school, I carried a basketball with me. I dribbled it out in the rocky driveway, just to try to get better at handling the ball and just to see what made him, now he's multimillionaire, owns all these things, all that kind of stuff. But I really want to just kind of say, hey, what drove you to become the basketball player that you were?
Right. I bet you'd get some great stories. How about you? Who would you like to sit down with?
Mine's going to be a little off the wall, but Molly Miller. I would love to sit down with Molly Miller. She graduated from Kickapoo.
Okay.
Coached at Drury when Drury women went on that long streak of wins and won championship, and now she's at GCU. But she just has the ability to draw the attention to the room, and she's so inspiring, and she gets anybody, even at coaching clinics, players she's never had play for, start working super hard for her. And she's a defensive specialist, and I love defense. I like to get after it on defense. So I would love to just sit down with her and kind of pick her brain on stuff like that.
That's greatness, man. Molly Miller. We'll have to send this to Molly Miller. So there you go. Well, there they are, the head coaches for the Macks Creek Pirates and Lady Pirates. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thanks
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way. And thank you for joining us for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
You're watching Lake TV.